Alright, welcome back. This is Dragonclaw 103 with a three-part series of command blocks with some updated commands that have been figured out. Took me a while, but I got it working. Command blocks used to have a radius command. They got rid of that, replaced it with distance. Then distance quit working. So I figured out how to make the distance work. The first part of the series was mob protection for your spawn area. The second part of the series was how to change players' game modes when they are out in the world and they come into your spawn area and you don't want them to be able to destroy it because Realms does not have like World Guard. So the only way to protect your spawn area is usually with command blocks. That's the preferred way, but you've got to be careful with them. And now we're going to go over the third part of the series, which is your title block. When somebody comes into your server, you want to be able to welcome them to your server. And even when they've been on your server and they've come back to the server, you want to welcome them back. This makes it personal. I saw this tower on a YouTube channel. I don't remember the name of it. There are several people had the same tower listed. But when I tried it on the Realms 1.16.4, it did not work. Or it did not work the way I wanted to. It would say welcome to the server or welcome back to the server, but it didn't apply the players' names to it. I wanted it to be personal for the player. So I have made this to where you can welcome the player into the server. And I'll show you how that shows up. I'll exit out and come back in. And now it says, welcome back to Dragonia, Dragonclaw 103. Have fun. So how do we do that? There is a command that you have to do first in the text line, and I've got that in the description, the YouTube description, to be able to set integer, basically. And the first box is going to be a repeat box. And whether you've got this standing up or lying down, you want to make sure that that arrow is pointing to the next block in the line of chain of command. So these are chain command blocks. This is a repeat command block. So the command in here starts out title. The differences in this, you can do a tell raw command, and what that will do is add it to the text line at the bottom of the screen. I like having a welcome statements coming in the center of the screen when somebody first comes into it. So I'm using titles. Titles to all players that come into the game. So scores equals welcome 1. Title. Now you have title and subtitle. So that's going to put your first line of text where when I came in it said, welcome back to Dragonia, welcome Dragonclaw 103, have fun. So this will be title. That's that first line of text. And then the subtitle will be the second line of text. And that'll be another one of these command blocks. So we got title. Then you enter this line of command. Open bracket, text. Welcome to Dragonia, comma. I've got a space here because you'd want a space between the comma and the person's name. So provide a space there. Selector. All right. This thing at the beginning of the text here, at A, you got at E, P, and some others right here. All players, all entities, nearest player, random player, and current entity. So I want this to recognize all players that's coming into the server. So with this entity type of all player, or selector type, I should say, it's looking at whatever that all player came in at first. It recognizes that as the person's name. So it'll be welcome to Dragonia, comma, space, person's name, exclamation point. That's how that puts that all together. So adding this selector, there's a comma there, adding these brackets in here, selector, colon, player's name, allows it to recognize that player. Took me a while to figure that out, but I got it to work. Again, I'm not going to go through and type all these things out individually. I've got the text in the description. So it's a repeat, unconditional, always active. All right, this one is going to be the title command for all, and it's a timer. So you've got your fade in, 30. I don't know if that's really referring to 30 seconds or Minecraft time. That the screen is going to stay for, it's a fade in, it's going to stay for a certain amount of time and then fade out. All right, and you can play with those and see what the difference is between the different times. The only thing I haven't been able to figure out is how to be able to do that in game. When I've adjusted these numbers, I've had to get out of the game, come back into the game, see how long the title would stay up on the screen to actually see this work, because it's in a chain of command from the previous command block. I can't just enter this on the text command screen because it does not refer to anything else. So it's a chain conditional off of the first block, always active. Next block, we've got the first one is welcome to Dragonia. Go back to that. So when they come to the server for the first time, that's this command block. It recognizes them with the welcome value of 1. That's new players. And we are still all right, so title, score, welcome 1, text, welcome back. Not really sure about how that actually reads that line of text. And what did I do back here? Oh, I got rid of that. All right. So now it says it's the same line of text that was in the first one. But what I have done on this one, because this is when a person has come back to the server, I added back. That's all I did on this one from the first one. Welcome to Dragonia, welcome back to Dragonia. Got the space there, selector, text, exclamation point, closing bracket. That's the only difference between this first block and the third block. Chain conditional, always active. And the fourth one, here's the subtitle. This gives you the second line of text. Subtitles are always going to be a little bit smaller than the first line of text. I haven't figured out if there's a way to actually change the size of that text yet. But I'm pretty sure there is a way to do that. Again, it's a title. Scores, welcome 1, subtitle. That puts it on second line. Have fun. And here, have fun with your color selections and everything. If I want that text to be red, I can change that to red. There's other things that you can do to change how the text look, whether it's the first line, second line. You would use this the same thing in the first and third command blocks to change the color of the text. You can make them italicized. I think you can make them striped. There's all kind of things you could do. Just look in Minecraft wiki text control or something like that, and it should be able to get you to all of those command changes that you can do. Text, chain, conditional, always active again. And then the final is once the player has come in here, scoreboard player set. All right, so the player comes in with a value starting off as 1, and this will come in and change their value. So all player scores welcome 1, and it changes it to welcome 0. So then the next time they come in, it knows to bypass somehow that first command block, and it goes to as a return player. So chain, conditional, always active. The conditional just means that when something happens here, it activates this block. When something happens here, didn't mean to do that, it activates this block. When something happens here, and so on. So let's see if we can put that back in there. Give drinking claw 103 command block. So let's get that. I'll make sure that's pointing upward. Gotta go back on my command lines and see what that was. Okay, so we've got put our command in here. It is a title block title, so we'll put that in there. It's to all players, and it is the time that we want it to be in there. So I think we had 20 for the fade in, 60 for the stay, and I'll just put 20 back in there for the fade out. So that is a chain, conditional, always active, and we're back in there with that. All right. Well, again, refer to the description section in the YouTube video. That gives all the commands for all of these command blocks, and hopefully this will help you out in the Realm servers, or 1.16 and up. And hope you enjoy the videos. Like, share, everything else, and see you next time.